試してなかったけど、ドア全部。
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
言われると触りたくなる。そんなボイスまであるんだね。インプットレシーブ。どう閉まった？開いた。もう閉まんのかな？閉まった。インプットレシーブの1位。でも今までのは閉まんないよね。そもそもドアが勝手に閉まってる時点でこの空間はおかしいんだけど。
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
いや、押すだろ。ちゃんと閉めていきましょうね。ちょっとドアはね、ちゃんと閉めていこう。まだ悪い人だと思われちゃうんで。とりあえずクリックしてみるっていうのは、閉めないと。
No, apparently not.
417ボイス。なるほど、ここ閉めたから、今のボイスがあった。でももう終わっちゃったかな。なんだろうね。気候、工事中。警察に全部用意していくわけにはいかねえよな。さっきのメモにはなかったね。メモ結構大雑把にしかしてないんだけど。これは全部押していくか。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
今度右のはまった方に行ってみる。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
最初のドアを通りました。こっちも行ってみたいんだけど、こっち先に行くか。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
おい、なんでお前が俺に命令してんだよ。誰だよ、お前は。上手な命令は聞くが、知らない人の言うことは聞かねえぞ、俺は。で、すっごい高く積まれてる倉庫やな。そういうのあるんかな実際に。めちゃくちゃ怖いけどな、俺だ。怖すぎて、普通に嫌というか、ここで働き言われたら頭抱える。ハードキーがいる。ハードキー一応メモしとくか。ハードキーらしきものを見つけたらここに戻ってくる。怖いんだけど、本当に。高所恐怖症の人の気持ち考えてよ。ワーに、みのちゃん、それは誰も飛ばんやろ。ペナルティ4。カーゴリフト。ニースです。なんだろう。ニース。御用らしいですね。リフトを御用したら1000円罰金。ジャンピングオフ、わかんないけど、カーゴの上でジャンプしたら5000円。ドルか。1000ってことは大体100倍。俺はね、ドル計算するとき計算めんどくさいから全部100倍で計算してる。10万。結構。10万と50万か。てか、マジでこれさ、ここまで出れるってことはさ、落ちるよね。怖すぎ。落ちたくないんだが、俺。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult.
これ途中ですって言ってさ、厚ドアに鶴に行きたいよね。あそこの鶴もいつか取ることになるのかな。
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
あれ誰なんだよ。
I'm asking for her.
彼女のためです。さっきマリエラが言ってた会わなきゃいけない人っていうのがもう一回動かないか。彼女、妻のことかな。誰のことだ。何もなさそう。このホックリストさ、ここか。さすがに意味ないか。できればこういうさ、ガバ要素見つけたいんだけど、ちゃんとしてるね。オクラ。おお、びっくり。なんだこの部屋。これ出ないルートもありそうだけど、まあ、とりあえず出ますか。
Oh, no, 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 you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
取れちゃったよ。
That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually
俺もまさかできるとは思わないよ。
Let me double check.
あるから押しただけじゃん。
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks
ま
up
ず
the phone.
電話が
He's taken to
コン
his
セント
apartment where he finds his
合っ
wife,
てるのかな。
and the
俺
two pledge
間違
themselves
ってる
to
かと言って恥ず
one
かしい。
another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of
エンディン
action.
グがあったの
How is
か。
that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No,
俺はやりたいようにやっ
that's
ただ
not
けだ。
possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
どうして気づかなかった。
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
スタンリーではない。そうで
I
す。
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though
何
you
が台無しなんだ。
completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision
文字が
making.
見やすいよ
Or
うに
did
こう
you
する
not
か。
grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
深刻さ。
I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision making in the real world. Please
ナ
observe
レーター
this
はやっぱり
helpful
俺にやらせたいこと
instructional
が
video.
あんのかな。明確に。
Choice.
教育ビデオ
It's
始ま
the
った。
best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
やばい、リスニング
For
始まった
example, in this scenario,
例えば
a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
お教育ビデオの練習始まった。これマウス映ってる？多分映ってないよ。
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
マウス出たね、今。
Do you make more than 8?
今は出てない。
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually
急に字幕
meaningful
出たね。
and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. Now that you're properly informed of good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
外れちゃってるよ。はい。なんかいい取りにするのも尺だな。ここまで来ると。うわぁ。フェンスでガチガチに固めたら、これ入ったら閉まるでしょ。これうまいこと乗れへんかな。無理そうだな。乗ったところでなんだけど。俺が変なことしないように対策されてる。あ、無理か。ちょっと怖かった、今。今ちょっと怖かった。落ちたらどうしようって思ったけど、落ちんかったらよかった。閉まりまーす。
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That's
俺はしないけどな。してないけどな。
We just need to
いや、
get
それ
you
か
home
らこれ
as
して
soon
くれ
as
てればあった
possible
らね。
before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is
あ
not
そこにも
well
作画
equipped
追
to
加されて
deal
る。い
with reality.
や、最初からね、これぐらい安全でやってくれたらいいのにね。怖いよ。実際なんもね。キーカードは見つからず。キーカードもしかしてさっきのごちゃごちゃした空間にあったんかな。探せばよかった。失敗したかも。戻れない？キーカードありそうだよね、なんかしら。なんか荷物とかを使うような仕事だったのかな。ああ、動物の行くか。
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
面で分岐しちゃうとちょっと後から来るのが面倒だから、ドア口は遅刻。ないと思うけど。
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
うわー。これ左入ったらいつものルートになるのかな。もう一回同じことするのは意味がありそうだよね、特に。
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
わあ。世界が多い。ポリゴンがおかしいことになっちゃってる。なんかあるね、数字が。すごいな。これはメモする必要あるのかな。なさそう、さすがに。一応奥のページにしとくか。はてな321はてな321はてな321 P654 P654 同じ数字ループしてるね。09870987か。反転させる。だからなんだって話なんだよ。なんか意味があんのかな。あかんねえんだよな。以前に。なんかしらありそうなんだけど、さすがにこっち側に。もう一回。ないのかな。これだよ。これで何もないことある。何もないのか。 あ、左のドア入るか。あれ、左のドアも閉まらなくなっちゃった。ナレーションも起きなくなっちゃった。わあ、なんで壊れたんだ。
My story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
終わらせんの？ちょっと俺まだやりたいんだけど。残れねえのか。うわー、あー、
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. You thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
説明通りにやれよって。あ、それはちょっと気づかなかったの。俺は子供だった。
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
あれ勝利だったん？あ、いや、ノー押せば勝利だったから。俺が押し間違えたせいで。
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
あ、ソリソリ。次は見るよ。
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be able to just follow my lead. You'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
俺は諦めないぞ。
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
あ、もうダメっぽい。
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
ダメっぽいな。
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
まだ間に合うぐらいのところで戻ってみる。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
まあこれで変わんないなら多分変わんないでしょ。
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
戻った戻った。ああ、ダメでした。
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
もうおそらくないな。
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
肯定されてないことをしたからバグっちゃったのか。さっき。これまだ分岐中なのかな？それとももう完全に戻ったのかな？あれ？カチャカチャならない。もう作ってないからか、このドア。本来はあっちから、だからまだ若干違いはあるっちゃあるね。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
開かない。やっぱさっきとはさ、違う空間なんだよ、これ。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
やっぱこれ分岐してるわまだ。おお。なんとかバスルームも書いてない。コピペした世界だ。 違うんだけど。
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again
濃いね。
stunned to discover
この子は
no
センスあるよ。
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115 115 Night Shark.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me.
Night Shark.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
マイク入ってるこれ。OBS に座れてる可能性もあるな。
Okay, fine. You're not
いや
gonna
いや
do it.
したいんだよ。したいんだよ。
It's pretty human.
待って待って待って。スピーカー。ナイスシャーク。ナイスシャーク。115。
I asked you for this one single thing. For your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here?
急にさ、そんな音声選択させてもさ。
You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself.
Night Shark.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley.
Stanley? Hello?
右入ってくれ。右入ってくれ。
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
さあ、エンドはどういうことどういうことそれ何もわからんて。マイク
Stanley, this is important.
The
story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
Stanley.
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take
やっぱり何かしてほしいのか、スタンリーに。何が目的なんだろうな、このナレーション。
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
俺は上にいるぜ。
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what.
いや、俺は上にいるんだけど。
Take as much time as you need.
これどうなの？終わった。何エンド今のは。世界崩壊。マイクミス。マイクが入ってるかどうかをさ。2スピーカーって何？モテスピーカーって何？ヘッドホン。わかんないわかんない。これ入ってるこれ。ちょっと。急にあんな重要な場面でさ、言われてもさ、できないよね。なんかここ引っかかるんだけど。何に引っかかってんだ。
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
なんかいっぱいありそうだね。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
右
his
行って
left.
左行くか。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
さっきはここにドア
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
左側にある最初のドアに戻りました。
And so he
はい
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
行きまーす。さあ、別のルートを。さあ、ロード入る。
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left, OK。羽。
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
全部違ったやんけ。気のせいか。お
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here.
ネタバレ来
This
た。
is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story is completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
あいつが最初からにしてる
All
の
of
か、
his
俺のこと。
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
でもいろいろありそうなんだよね、
Perhaps he
特
had
にこれ。なんでさっきは動いたんだろうね。なんでこのパソコンついてたんだろう、さっき。あったんですよ。あれ閉じ込められた時のボイス出ないのかな。417号室を調べようのボイスは出ないの。
When Stanley... Wait.
あ、何？
What? No, I restarted. I swear.
あ、リスタートできてないのか、さっき
restarted
の
the
が。
game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something...
なんか変だな。
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the
い
monitors?
や、何もしてないけ
Did
ど。
you
おお、どう増え
move
た。
the story somewhere?
あれ
or-
最初からこうだった。
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
え？
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
1が3倍以降下がってるけど、2だった。いや、こっちかな、さすがに。閉まらない。ストーリーを作るのやめだったこと？あれこれもしかして、繋がってる。もうすでに違う、だいぶ。
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
ループした、多分。なんか向いてる向きおかしいなとは思う。 いや、これで合ってるか。気のせいか。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
あれが
Perhaps he
つ
had
かないのに
simply
これの
missed
せ
a
いか。
memo.
ここのフラグで確認ができる。はい、まだ治ってません。廊下フラグで。うわお、何もないよ。
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is
前
back
ね、
where we
俺が
just
さ
came
っ
from.
きまでいた。
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
何か見逃してないか。逃してる？この俺はね、開いたら激アツだよね。
Aha!
わお
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
わお
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
雰囲気一気に
Do
変
you
わ
know
った
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yeah. やった
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
おいや
Oh no, no, I
Well-
don't feel right about this at all.
道もなくなっ
both
た
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and
なんかミニ
square,
ゲームと
and
かやら
this
せ
was
られた
not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place
Right.
is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
レスター地下に行っただけなのに
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've
Right,
employed the
dear.
help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the
ドアが
line.
閉まらない
How simple is that?
スタンリートラブルアドベンチャーおっとおっとおこの人遊んでるぞおいなんだっけソリティアしてるぞソリティアこっち行ったら戻されるいやさすがにちょっと一回この黄色にここは来てしまった 4B6 うおー激アツやっぱこのさ隣で並行して廊下あるのにさこっちの廊下意味ないよね
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this
あれ
direction.
あっちのはまた違う廊下あんのか
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
これいつも乗ると戻ってきたのかな
Now, if my experience of your
壁走って
existence
る
rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own
何言っ
relative
てんのかわかんねえよ
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back
はいはいは
there.
いちょっと
Well,
俺
I'd
に
like to
わ
apologize.
かんない
Not sure where I was going
0 番
with
台
all
来た
that.
激
You
アツ
know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
何よ
lighten the mood.
おいハテナでハテナ書いてある音量注意この声の方がでかいのかなもしかしたら俺以外の声がずっと小さい可能性あるなまあいいかそれは結構聞こえね よく書いてあるんだから38万年戻ったった。いやーこれはおもろいな。0B4揺れてる動的オブジェクトがクリックできるんだが触れるんだけどこのオブジェクトぶつけたい。使ったか使ったな使ったけどでもほらマニュアルレビュー20メガねえわかんねえわかんねえ英語わかんねえ一個だけ調べれば大体方向性わかる。なんかレンジレビューどういうことわかんないな。フィナンシャルは聞いたことあるな。フィナンシャルレコード財務記録あれか。この資料の入ってるのが書いてあるのかこのでかく壁に。
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
だ。何にもなさそうに見えるけど。
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
本当だ。
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
これ最初のあれか。スタンディ。アドベンチャーラインか。この部屋にも来れたね。嬉しいね。
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
ネタバレ。
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in... Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
そっちかー。いやまあそっちか。そっちだな。427暗いな。 こで仕事したくなってきたな。この空間、個室にしては結構広いし、まあちょっと暗いけど、めちゃくちゃいい場所なのでは。こっちはさ、ほら、他の人から見られるじゃん。この、LINE で仕事してる人に見られるじゃん。この辺で仕事もいいな。俺周りに人がいるからさ、この人パソコン渡られてない、かわいそう。周りにちょっと人がいると安心するよね。
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
Oh, yeah.
a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
もう
want
な
our
んかおかし
story
いけ
to
ど。
be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might
お
be,
ー、ルー
Stanley,
プあった。
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
この LINE に去ってったらまたネタバレルームにたどり着くっていう、そういうことだろ。あ、どっか行ってくれた。
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
うわ、また
From
武器。
here, the story is in our
ここ
control.
で
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
あ、オッケーオッケ
Okay,
ー。
so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse
目的
door's
地は知ってる
origin.
のか。
So
さっきの
starting
ルー
from
ム
the
か。
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
ぐるぐるあれから
awaits.
疲れたよ。よし。
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
混乱エンド。
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to
忘れ
forget?
る。
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's
二
written
人を
here
死の
on this,
鶴が
this
妨げられる。
thing, wall. Well, who can
待って、読むのに時間かかる。二人が死の鶴が妨げられる。ここへ行くと何もできない。ゲームが自動的にリスタートする。何を見つける。開始し始めたオフィスのレクを見つける。だがゲームをリスタートする。真っ暗な空間だった。ナレーターが死ぬ。長い時間の後、スタンリーが死
Don't
ぬ
it。me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
作者
Did we
が
break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
どういう
How
感
would we
じ
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So,
コン
okay.
スリ調べてもいいか。コンフューション。混乱、ああ、最初に言ってたね。混乱によって。
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
なるか。
I'm
あれ
not
ねや
quite。sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
うわ、リスタートされた。やべえ、混乱エンド始まる。死んじゃうよ、最後。
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
あ、ナレーター忘れて
Stanley
る。
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
な
a
んだっけ、
memo.
この後。 なんか崩壊し始めるみたいな。挟まった。
Oh, no, apparently not.
あ、ようやく17号室のフラグがある。戻った。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
戻っ
left.
たのか？今ので終わったのか？混乱。途中で終わり。でもだってリセットされそうだもんね。一回普通のエンド見に行くか。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
焦りすぎたね。まあでも言われる前に入れたら変わるんだかなとは思ったから。
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
ああ、今の下の空間ちょっと気になったけど、まあいいや。押してすぐは戻ろうと思ったけど無理だった。ロード入ります。
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
まあメインエンドに行くか。
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would
これがトゥルーエンディングじゃないんだ、なんじゃないかなんじゃないか。スタッフロール来るか。
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
制御がなくなったから不安が。
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
何
Freedom was mere moments away.
すごい
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
はい。
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
謎もいっぱいあるよ
But
ね。
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or
同
even
僚
power
どこに行って
that
しま
he
ったん
had
だ。
been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
やめ
his
てけやめて
goal
け。
had
あい
not
つは
been
付き合い
to
が悪いんだ。
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
うわ
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
あ、
Stanley
後ろ
felt
向
the
きたかっ
cold
たのに。
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
なんかいいな、こういうと
This
ころ
was
に
exactly the way,
泊まりしたいな。
right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
これがナレーターの求めていたトゥルーエンド。これをすることによってナレーターに何かメリットがあったのか。というわけでちょっと一旦ここで今日は終わりたいと思います。お疲れ様でした。